are, my very first video for my blog. I thought I'd do a little video today. I thought it'd be fun to show you a couple of new things that I've been trying and learning. The first one is, we're going to do is on sprouting. And I have just been doing this not very long, for a couple months, but it's really easy. When I first heard about sprouting, I was a little overwhelmed, and it sounded harder than it is. It's really easy. So I'll just show you a couple of things that I've done just the last few days, but we've tried to sprout a lot of different things. Some sprout easier than others, but a lot of grains, especially if you buy them in bulk, aren't very expensive, and it's a great way to use your seeds and nuts, especially your food storage, if you ever need to, for some live plant food. And there's tons of enzymes and nutrition in sprouts. So this right here is alfalfa seeds. If you can see that, it's really tiny little seeds. I got this bag at Kitchen Needs, but because Winco didn't have it, but most of the grains and seeds you can buy at Winco, and then you can get just as small amount as you want if you want to try it. So I use a quart jar. This one has alfalfa seeds in it. I just put them in. So you put 2 tablespoons if it's a really small seed for 1 quart jar. If it's a larger seed or nut, then you put about a half cup of the seeds in it. And what it will do is it will sprout and fill up about this whole jar. So I just put the 2 seeds in, and then what you do is just fill it up with distilled water or filtered water. The cleaner the water, the better. This is as clean as I've got for right now. And you want to fill it up. It doesn't necessarily have to be the top, but you want to fill it so that all the seeds are getting soaked. Okay? And then what you do on the top is you can either use screen, like this is just an old screen that's cut out, or you can find wire mesh and you just put it in your tops. This one's just made out of plastic that you can buy at the craft store, and I just cut a circle that would fit inside my lid to fit on my small mouth ones. I also have big jars, and I did buy 1 lid at Kitchen Needs just to try it out to see if it was any different, but it's really not, so you can do it as cheap as you want to. This one from Kitchen Needs just fits right on any wide mouth one, and it has a screen. So what you do is you fill it all the way up with water and you let it sit overnight. It says, I think most seeds and nuts say 12 hours, but just overnight is good enough. Sprouting doesn't have to be exact. Some things sprout really easy whether you even forget to rinse them that day or not. So you let it sit overnight like this. I just leave it by my sink. In the morning, what I do is I just move my water so you can see this. All I do is just dump the water out. Okay, so in the morning I dump my water out like that, let it get all out. See, there's only that many seeds in there, and then I just sit it by my sink for the day. And that's all I do, and then I rinse it again at night. I fill it up. You can use tap water if you need to. I mean, it's still gonna sprout. And then I fill it up again at night, rinse all my seeds around, get them all wet, dump it out again, and then let it sit on my countertop. And you just do that for a few days. And then what happens, this is quinoa. So if you've heard of this grain, if not, look it up, Google it. It's just a little grain that you can cook and eat, but you can also sprout it. And started this yesterday. It's got a lot of tails all over on these little ones. And same thing, I just fill it up with water, drain it out, do it about twice a day, and let it sit here until it's sprouted as much as you want it to sprout. It'll keep sprouting the longer it sits. This alfalfa, I really like it. It's mild, it's great on granola, it's great in salads, it's great on sandwiches. And I just barely took my sprouts out of this jar. And I got this many sprouts from just those 2 tablespoons. So that lasts me quite a long time. And just a little bit of sprouts goes a long way, and you get a lot of nutrition. So after I get the sprouts out, you want to dry them. That's something I didn't know till just recently from a class that I took. But you want to dry them. So I just lay them in a paper towel, I dry them, and then I'm going to put them in a bag and keep them in the fridge. And once they're in the fridge, they will keep for a couple weeks probably. I usually go through mine before then. Even longer maybe. If you like the little green plants at the top, then you can leave them out longer by your window where they get sunlight, and you'll get more greens on them. So tons of nutrition, really easy. Just one more thing, if you do quinoa, and I think you can do any sprouts, what I do with my quinoa is I put it in a gallon jar like this. I just dump all my sprouts in. I fill up my gallon jar with distilled water, and I put cheesecloth or a paper towel over the top, and I let it just sit on my counter out of the way for 24 to 48 hours. And what happens is the water actually starts to ferment a little, and you get all these great probiotics in your water. And then this is called Rejuvelac. I learned it on Green Smoothie Girl, and she found it in a couple of the cancer centers that she's been checking out. So it's a great nutrition of getting probiotics. And then I just pour this liquid in my green smoothies in the morning instead of water. So then I get some natural probiotics. It's really cheap. And I even let some of the sprouts and grains go into the green smoothie. That's no big deal too. Just more nutrition. So that's something else you can use with your sprouting for too. So I hope you'll give it a try. It's really easy, easier than I thought. It's not that overwhelming. It's cheap. You just make your own little lids, and it sprouts great. And it's just a good way to, like I said, use your food storage and just get some more nutrition into it. So I hope you like our first video for my blog. My video recorder is Isaac, so I think you did a good job, and we'll make some more. I think I'm gonna do a green smoothie one next time. In the morning I'll do it so that I can use it. We've already done ours for the day. So anyways, more movies to come. Thanks.